Namaste. I'm Caitlin, local realtor in Sedona and Sedona Ayurveda wellness counselor. I'm just popping in to give an update about this past week. Today is June 3rd, 2022, and I've been spending the week at Surya Spa in Santa Monica, California, in LA. And it's been a really luxurious and cleansing and challenging experience, really. Because panchakarma is not easy. And if it were easy, everyone would do it. And same with building a business, same with pursuing your dharma in a lot of ways. It's challenging. It's the road less traveled by many, and it's also the road that gives you the greatest fulfillment in life. And it's what I've been navigating and getting more clarity on. Really, that's been the biggest intention for me during this experience, this cleanse. And that was to strip away all of the conditioning, all of the negativity, all of the programming that I've received and had in this lifetime. And also recognizing what that programming has given me and what the wrong path has taught me and what the conditioning has taught me about society and about everyone and about this world, because we do live in a 3D world as much as we live in our hearts and in love, and that's really our essence and truth. So if we can acknowledge and live in harmony with those two, be in balance and hold space for both, we can merge that into the best versions of ourselves. And so for me, what that has looked like, I've even got the juiciness of the week still in my hair. I've got the juiciness on my skin, in my organs, in my esophagus, and in my ears, and in my colon. So all of that is still steeped in me right now. And I'm so grateful for this experience this week. Of course, I started off with the pre-cleanse for 5 days of kitchari mono diet and rice and a lot of ghee, that internal oleation of snehana culminating in virechena, the castor oil purgation. So that really just teed everything off with a night I spent overnight in Joshua Tree under the stars, and then arriving here for the day one of the cleanse, which seems like it could have been a lot of travel. It could have been a lot of just like uneasiness, and driving for 8 hours is just, for me, exhausting. Some love it, but for me it's like that's the last thing I want to do. So staying steady in my diet, staying steady in my truth, and listening to audio that is resonant and keeps me in the vibration of love is key. So day one, of course, arriving and receiving my first meal in community with the practitioners and techs at Surya Spa, and then leading into my first treatments. I just feel so honored. So day one, received, of course, abhyanga every morning. So each day, first treatment is abhyanga, followed by whatever the protocol is for the day. And I received the Shirodhara on day 1 and day 3. I received virechena, which is exfoliation, on day 3 as well. I received oil enemas every single day. I received a facial cleansing mask and foot bath on day 2. I received so many beautiful treatments. And of course, just given with love and given with such heart as the receiver of these treatments, and that is the practice of panchakarma, is a treatment of love, when really done in the most healing and nourishing way. Can our bodies shift into parasympathetic to release whatever it is we're just like so clenched and holding on to, whether that's the conditioning, the thoughts, the toxins, everything that is binding us in darkness. So shedding that layer. And so each day I had just a different energetic experience. Day one, I came in really open, really ready to receive. I felt like my texts weren't super in sync, although they're both very professional and do their job very, very well. I didn't feel like I was really dropping in yet, and if it was just me not ready yet, although I was super ready, I was really like already in the mindset of like today is really the day, just to, you know, the way things start tells the story of how things are all going to end, and I always take that to heart. Ready, starting with just this enthusiasm. So that was hard, because maybe I was like, well, is this the right thing, and is this really going to serve me in the best way? Am I getting like the real value from this? And I just try to trust the process, and trust has been my biggest test the past week, the past 2 weeks, sorting everything out for myself and setting these intentions and setting up this protocol, but trusting. And in day two, I felt like, wow, I was on point that day. I felt like I had swam in the ocean. I primed myself to be in harmony, and harmony has been a key theme as an intention as well, just to get my body in right alignment. That's harmony. Get my mind, get my energetic, get my business, my career, my friends, my family, everything in support of me, everything that I fully support, to be in alignment. And that and be in harmony was key. And I felt like that happened a bit more day two. I felt really energized. Surprisingly, especially in PK, often it's the energy that gets used for the digestive process of releasing, and actually it felt like this was actually giving me energy in a new way. So that was really interesting, especially since that day I had been kind of and what also contributed is my little go mode. On day two, I was out in the ocean, going for a jog. I saw dolphins in the ocean. I got a haircut in the morning. I made my way to my first session, and I had skipped lunch, so I was already kind of in like fasting mode. And that, again, fasting is what keeps our body fast, you know? So I felt like that energy was still carrying with me in day two. So interesting. And day three was again a new day, another shift for me. And that day was actually spent in friendship, relaxing in the sun with some friends, enjoying a meal, enjoying the actual breakfast served at Surya, and enjoying some time with friends for brunch. And I didn't partake in the brunch aspect, but just to be in social engagements that for me are super nourishing and grounding, and this cohort of new friends are so wise, and to have my pulse read by a real expert was such a gift, and it allowed me to see inside myself. To have that reflected back to you is what a blessing to really feel seen in that way. And again, that was a missing piece in this whole journey, this whole PK journey, culminating of these past 3 days. And so day 3, I was really knocked out. I was so in zone and quieted. I felt like I had been quieted, and that was so humbling and a beautiful treatment. So I'm so grateful for my practitioners, day 3 practitioners. You were lovely, and so held the space so well for me. And of course, winding everything down with the final supper and treatment. I got last year, I did feel like my treatments were somewhat incomplete because I didn't get a full intake each day. So that was, again, a kind of a loss, a missed opportunity. But what I thought the biggest loss of this treatment has been is that the expertise wasn't always there when it came to personalized treatments. And yes, the oils were very customized, the selection of the treatments was customized and overseen. I felt there was still a little bit of a missing piece of one-to-one, me to the teachings, me to what is this doing, serving me the best. Just that bridge was a little bit lost, and not mainly due to the fact that the lead director of the spa was out at a retreat and had COVID and sick, but this is meant to be a really holistic approach, and just that bridge was missing. My only criticism really of this experience, and I wish that I had received just a little bit more personal care of one-on-one deep intake sessions with whether that was with the techs or the director herself, or an intermediary that would really has that baseline Ayurveda understanding. Was just missed. Couldn't be more grateful for this experience and this time and the ability to do this, the finances to do this, the support to do this, and the will to do this. And if there's a will inside of yourself, there's a way. And if there's any way I can support you on a journey through a cleanse, the cleanse itself really was just so empowering to say no to so many things. No to the processed food, no to any stimulants or drugs, no to any bad audio that wasn't serving me, music, or anything that really was not helpful. Saying no to those things really just felt so empowering, and I'm again so grateful for this experience. And I'd love to support you on a journey as well, whatever that might be. If that's in a cleanse, I am PK trained with Maharani Academy in Santa Barbara, Ayurveda counselor trained with the Shakti School 600-hour program, and RYT 200-hour with Devanadi School of Yoga, just all these beautiful feminine form medicines, and ongoing student Jyotishi with Dr. Katie Jane. So I'd love to serve you in the way that is best and is needed for you. I'd love to help. So I'm Caitlin, Vistirna Ayurveda Wellness Counselor, Soulful Realtor in Sedona if you need to buy a house, and I can't wait to talk to you soon.